congratulations, MasterChef Canada returns, and you're the judges, and I'm really excited. It's one of my favorite shows.
No way!
Absolutely. I tried out for the media challenge the last time a few years ago.
No way!
So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, so what does it take to be a judge on the show? What do you think?
I think what it takes is somebody that is willing to put themselves out there and really influence other cooks and really be excited about bringing the level of home cooking to that next degree.
I think you really have to, I think as individual people, everyone has their preferences and what they like, what they might not like too much. But I think the tricky thing or the interesting challenge about being a judge on anything, in particular MasterChef Canada, is you need to look at where those home cooks are coming from and what their story is behind their dish. Because maybe they're working with something that I'm not particularly used to or I don't typically cook with, but seeing what they do with that is so refreshing. It's so educational. It's so beautiful seeing, because everyone I think has emotional feelings about food, but seeing someone else's and feeling and tasting someone else's story is a really fun and interesting part of work. Yeah.
What would you add?
I don't know. I thought I was on the Tom Green show. But
No farm here, sorry.
I think it takes patience to watch them cook. You know, I come from a very pro environment in kitchens, and it's very different watching a home cook, but you know, at the end of the day, I realize that they're not putting it up on the pass for me to then get out to the dining room. So I need to encourage them to do better and work with them and see what their strengths are. And be empathetic to their situation and their nerves. A lot of people think they have the poise to be in front of a camera in a really fractious environment, and then they realize they don't. And that's a bit of a shit your pants moment.
Well, then the other thing I think about is the fact that the restaurant scene in Canada has changed a lot since the first MasterChef Canada, and even since the last one in 2021. What do you think, how will that impact the show? Does it impact the show?
I think the thing that impacts the show the most, in my opinion, from my season to this season, season 3 to season 8, is the influence of social media, is the fact that more people are going to, I think, different types of restaurants. I think even when I was on MasterChef Canada, we filmed in 2015, everyone had their mainstays and their staples, and that's where you went. You never really adventured out. But I think people are seeing, they have so much more exposure to different cuisines, to different ideas, whether it's a trending recipe on TikTok that's really just a dish from a different country that's always been popular there. It's just getting kind of a worldwide view. I think that's really helped and expanded people's own home culinary repertoire, which is really exciting.
That's cool.
I think everyone is familiar with MasterChef and the concept, but we really kept them on their toes. There's some new challenges, there's some twists and turns, and it's a really fun show. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Amazing. What would you add?
Yeah, I mean, I think restaurants have changed a lot, but there's definitely, I don't want to see much of fast casual food.
Very fair.
Yeah.
At the same time that I want to judge them on the merits of their dish and what I know about food, I want them to really surprise me and bring me something that I haven't really seen before, that's really cooking from where they're from and the story of their lives and what it meant to them, and because sometimes they can really surprise you, and we realize that from at least mine, from a chef's perspective, is that you're humbled to see somebody bring something from their heart that's amazing. And we're not always the best cooks in the room sometimes, and that's humbling as well. It's great.
That's amazing. Well, the last thing I ask you is, what do you think that home cooks should think about when they're competing? What would be the biggest tip that you'd give them?
So we've answered this question. I feel like we've talked a lot about this one, but I got a new answer. I'm feeling really excited about it. You only have to make one plate of food. And home cooks are typically feeding a family. They're used to making at least 4 portions, oftentimes more for leftovers. And also, I don't know about you, but when I'm plating food at home, I'm given a healthy portion. And when you're trying to make a beautiful plate, it needs to be a little smaller. So I think, especially at the beginning portions of this show and this season, you really see people chopping like 5 onions for like one dish, and you're like, my dudes, you don't need. So that is a quick learning curve for sure, but that I think is the number one tip of anyone thinking to apply. You don't have to cook that much.
What would you say?
Being in a new kitchen environment, in the MasterChef kitchen, it's not a familiar place as well. So cook something that you're familiar with.
Right.
Do what you know. Do what you know best. Do something that you've done many, many times. Because there's going to be curveballs. There's going to be a clock that's ticking. There's a lot of different challenges that you're dealing with at the same time. So do something that you're comfortable with.
That's cool. What would you add?
Yeah, probably 3 things. It's like less is more. Calm down.
Right.
Not my strength.
Just like the gun is always loaded, the pot is always hot.
No.
You grab a pot that's hot without a towel, you're going to really screw up your day.
Also, the knives in that kitchen, a lot sharper than your knives at home.
I bet.
Everyone learned that very quickly.
God. Well, thank you very much. I cannot wait to see the season.
Thank you, Andrew.